Ready? All right. Here's your first question. In what ways might Cole be a symptom of problems within the community where he lives? In what ways might Cole be a symptom of the problems within the community where he lives? Okay, take about a minute or two to discuss that.
Since his parents abused her, the symptom is that he hurts like his symptom. So since speak out and started off, because he was abusive, turned out because he was abusive, he turned into what he is now, what he was. It's hard to get the story now he's
Okay, are we ready? All right, Jake had a real good question right up front. You know, most of the time whenever you're in class and I ask a question, what is it that I expect you to do?
Raise your hand.
Okay, and wait to be called on. This is one time you don't have to do that, although we don't interrupt others who are speaking, okay? All right, so in what ways is Cole a symptom, or might he be a symptom of the community in which he lives?
It shows the community that there's something wrong with what's happening and that their community isn't completely built up how they could be.
Maybe one reason why he's a symptom is because, like, he was doing what he always knew with Peter. Like, his dad always beat him, and so he was a symptom of that. And so then he beat up Peter because that's all he knew.
Well, I think maybe he's like a symptom of a big problem, and so he's really contagious because he's just making the problem bigger if he's hurting more people. And how he hurt Peter is kind of a big thing.
What I think is he's had bad influences around with his parents, and he's just doing what he's known as doing.
Since symptoms are whenever you're sick, you can tell that symptoms are something that shows that you're sick. So Cole may be one of the first symptoms of someone being a criminal, and there must be other children that are bad, I guess you would say, in his area because it's contagious, I guess.
What I think is that because his parents were abusive, Cole ended up as the jerk he is in the beginning of the story.
I would think that Cole's a symptom because basically what it's showing is that maybe he's influencing other people in the community, so that all the kids in the community will end up.
So it's kind of like, I like that idea, so it's kind of like if people think he can do it and get away with it, they think they can probably get away with it too. Kind of like how Peter in the end beats him up.
And how someone might think that if they get a jail sentence, they can just get out of it and go to circle justice and be fine with their life, when in reality that shouldn't really happen and they should get what they deserve.
So do you think that? So do you think that Cole should not have been able to go into circle of justice?
I think that he should have, but I don't think that other people should be able to just think, well, I can do it and get away with everything.
That would definitely result in high crime if kids are just like, hey, let's go vandalize stuff. Or let's go steal stuff from the store, and I can just lie, and I can just go to circle justice, and everything will be totally fine.
Yeah, like somebody else beats somebody up. He goes to circle justice and robs the place. I'll just do the same.
One of the questions I got is, how do you think Cole would have ended up if his parents hadn't been abusive? I think that he would have just
lived a normal life, like all the other kids, and not hurt anybody or made anybody run into a challenge.
I think that's a good idea, but what's your idea of movement?
I would think somebody that just fits in with the rest of the crowd and doesn't make giant, big appearances, like Cole did.
Yeah, I think so too, because his parents had an influence on that.
So like a good student, he doesn't do bad and sticks what he's told to do.
Do you think if his parents showed him some love and compassion that would have definitely affected him? And how so?
I think that if they had, he wouldn't have thought that that was the right thing to do in that situation. He would have just told him not to do that or threatened him instead of beating him up and hurting him.
How do you think Cole could have been punished rather than going to social justice?
I think that they should have put him in jail, but for not as long, so that he didn't feel that it was unfair, but so that he still knew that he would be punished for doing things wrong.
I think he should have gone to jail for a long time because it's like you can't beat someone up and not go to jail for a long time.
Well,
But no, keep going.
if you beat someone up, it's not like you're killing them, but he did actually hurt Peter really bad, so he should have gone for like
Yeah, if you
a little while, but not like 10 years or something like that.
Yeah, if you remember,
Yeah, yeah.
like one of the pages, like it said that Peter had like problems, like with his.
He can't walk.
Vision was funny. He had trouble walking. His voice was slurred.
I don't think Cole should have gone to jail. I think he should have gone to like an obedience school.
Yeah.
Like like army.
Do you think Cole thought about what the future was holding before he hurt Peter?
No. He was just thinking, I don't want him to do that. I'll just teach him a lesson.
I don't really think first that Cole thinks about future. He just thinks about right now and nothing more.
I agree. He is very reckless.
For sure.
Because another reason why I think is because he was so clouded by his anger, he couldn't think straight.
I have a question from Colin from multiple sticky notes. Why did Cole's dad want to abuse Cole?
Because that's how
That's
he
all he
learned.
knew.
That's how he thought was the way to fix him, kind of. Because that's how his parents did to him.
But if he felt that it was unfair for his parents to, whip him, why would he do that to his own son?
Well,
He was drunk.
He didn't know any better.
He did. And Cole thought it was abusive, but he still did it to Peter, because that's all he knew.
Why would Cole have beaten up Peter if he was normal?
Can you repeat it?
Did you repeat the question?
But why would Cole have beat up Peter if he was normal?
You
wouldn't have.
wouldn't
Yeah.
have. Since if he hadn't had abusive parents or lived a normal life by the definition that we came up with earlier, he wouldn't really know that or have all the anger and hatred that he had when he beat Peter up.
Do you guys think if Cole would have never bragged about robbing the hardware store, if he would have ever got caught?
I don't think I think the police will find out at one point because they have all the fingerprint technology that they have and they can find a lot of stuff.
Because if they didn't find him, they would probably just not even care. You could, for sure they would be able to find someone who robbed it. He couldn't just get away that easy.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I hate to jump in here, but we're going to kind of bring this session to a close because I want to make sure everybody gets an opportunity. You're asking incredibly awesome questions and having a wonderful discussion. Now I need UA to step out of the circle. One wing person needs to come.